All right, here comes Necrophobe or Necrophobia. Here's a slight setup thing here. I have the wall ring on my Berserker, similar to what we saw in the battle with Catastrophe. The wall ring, pretty useful if you can grab one. It's not strictly necessary, although it makes this part of the dungeon pretty easy when you have the access to black magic like we do, as you'll see why. This is a bit of a die roll here. It's not super dangerous. We've got the 4 barriers right there, all of which have a reflect shield on them. So we are going to cast Death on our Berserker, but we can't choose the target that it reflects onto. Death is more accurate than Break, so that's why we go with Death over Break. These guys can be put turned to stone with Break, but Death is more accurate. I think it's 95 instead of 75 on the accuracy. This is where you can run into some trouble because the targeting is random, and Necrophobe himself actually is a dead target. You can't target him with attacks that you choose. You can't target him if you were going to attack somebody, but because it's a bounced spell, he'll be one of the possible targets for these to go after. So I still have a 2 out of 3 chance to hit a barrier, and then now I'll have a 50-50 shot to hit that last one. Sometimes you can get really bad luck where your things just bounce onto Necrophobe over and over and over again. So there's twice we've hit him, so 2 wasted spells. The 1 barrier is going to just bounce when it gets a turn, if it gets a turn. It's going to bounce high-level spells, so there's 3 times we've hit Necrophobe there. It's still a 50-50 shot every time we do it. It's a coin flip. It's a coin flip, and we did not get it there, sadly. So there's Flare, and that might take the Chemist out. I can't remember what kind of power they're working with. Ooh, actually didn't quite take the Chemist out. That's interesting. I'll take it, though. It gives us a few more cracks at taking out the barrier with Death, but as is wont to happen, we are continuing to miss. Over and over and over again. I've lost count now. Is that 5? I'm entering this battle with a little bit low on MP, especially on the Chemist who doesn't have a gold hairpin. So it's actually possible that Chemist might run low on MP, and I might need to switch to using Break on the Chemist here pretty soon, because it's going to get critical if we can't take care of this thing in the next couple of turns. This is a prime example of what can happen. It's not a worst case scenario. I would not call it that. This is, I'm going to attempt to cast Break instead of Death. Maybe that will end my bad streak. Hey, there we go. Sweet. And I actually am not going to bother healing my Chemist because the Chemist has the Mirage Vest on. And their Berserker tried to hit Necrophobe before he was a valid target. He doesn't become a valid target until now. And I thought the Berserker had the Rune Axe on, but I think I must have accidentally put the Earth Hammer on instead. Okay, so now Necrophobe is a valid target and is weak to all the elements we have. Now, he only has physical attacks that he can use. And you can actually put him into darkness status. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. Does the Black Mage have Mix? I think the Black Mage does have Mix. Yeah, the Chemist there does not have Mix. It might not be too relevant, but it could save us a couple of Phoenix Downs to use a Dark Gas on him. So there's Maelstrom, and then there's the physical attack. And Maelstrom, that was a perfect target for Maelstrom, actually. That was perfect. Yeah, so I can do that. So we are going to do, we'll do Dark Side. I can't remember if it's Dark Gas or Dark Side. The one with the Dragon Fang is the one that you want. That inflicts darkness status. So you can see, yeah, my Chemist is out of MP. So there's Dark Side. You would think that Dark Matter Eye Drop would be the one that inflicts darkness status, but on a lot of these bosses, you have to use the one that's Dragon Fang and Eye Drop to inflict darkness. And see, now his attacks will miss quite often. Let's see. Ooh, cool. I can do... That's not Venom. Let's just do Fire 1. And normally, if you had fought Gilgamesh earlier, Gilgamesh comes in as soon as this guy gets below 10,000. but because I did not initiate our contact with Gilgamesh past that, he will not come to rescue you or bail you out. Ooh, there's the Earth Hammer, and there's actually good damage. I was thinking about going into this fight with that very thing in mind. I was thinking about, ooh, if an Earth Hammer triggers, if it goes off, then we can get a nice damage into his weakness, because he's not, it looks like he's floating, but he's weak to all those elements, including Earth. Now, her magic attack is quite poor, because Berserkers have a big penalty to your magic power. So the multiplier she gets is poor, and we're not doing the underflow glitch with the Thornlet or anything here in this fight. And so there's my last Black Mage picked up Black level 6. That would be a way to boost Lena's damage, by the way, with the Earth Hammer. If I was going that way, I could put somebody on Berserker who had Black level 6, and that would transfer a lot more magic power over. Maybe that's something I'll do in my setup for the final battle. We will see. Up next, though, is going to be Shinryu.